audience, and it's always been a positive experience. So I think the process of story creation is a very good one. All right, it actually helps the learner reflect. It helps the speaker reflect on what they want to say, how they want to say it. But with a digital story, you get that extra impact of pictures and hopefully sound, either the spoken narrative and music or sound effects, whatever else you want to put in there. Another really nice thing about digital stories is they can be transferable, storable, and accessible. With spoken narrative, it is transferable. You know, you can move from one person to the other. But there is usually something lost, at least in terms of reliability, when you move the story from person to person. Written stories are certainly storable. Chekhov's short stories have been in libraries for, you know, a long time, and you can go to a bookstore and get books, but I'm talking about a different kind of storable. This is much easier to store, and you can store it in a lot of different places at the same time. And if we can store it in a lot of different places at the same time, it's also much more accessible, right? People don't have to go to the library to get a book. They can go online, or we can store it on a DVD that's available in various media centers, computer servers, whatever we want. So there's a lot of benefits to a digital story. One of the main things I'm talking about is creating community, because this is something that happened when I was doing this project that I didn't expect. It rather surprised me. We can create community by either sharing goals or finding people with shared goals. They want to do the same thing, or they're interested in the same thing. We can also create community simply with people with different goals but similar experiences. People who've had an immigrant experience, for example, or people who've struggled to learn a language, or people who've graduated from college. These are all shared experiences that can create communities. Going to the same school, living in the same neighborhood, coming from the same area of the country can create shared experiences. When we create community, we can also teach each other, all right? And very often that's what people who create communities do. They share information, they augment their information with other people's information. And so teaching, I think, is a big part of any community, right? Elders teach the younger people, or seniors teach their juniors. So let me tell you a little bit about the problem I have and why I got interested in digital stories. Right now in Japan, well, even now with the